The Young and the Restless Spoilers Update News. Welcome back to our channel. Today is a beautifully chaotic day, and we are so ready to dive into the absolute madness that is unfolding on our screens. Grab your snacks, grab your emotional support water bottles, because we have so much to discuss, and I am physically vibrating with excitement. Let us get straight into the drama. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now because I am genuinely about to spontaneously combust from the sheer audacity of what just happened on our screens. I am literally filming this while I'm running errands, walking through the aisles of a grocery store looking like an absolute lunatic, because I just had to jump on here and vent. My soul has actually left my body, hovered over the Abbott mansion, and refused to return. We need to talk about Traci Abbott. Yes, sweet, angelic novelist Traci Abbott, who has officially entered her absolute mob boss villain era, and I am totally living for it, but also absolutely terrified for her life. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step because my brain is moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but we have to remember the context here. The Abbott family is in straight-up shambles right now. Diane was kidnapped by that absolute psycho doctor, Lawrence Markham, who is basically the boogeyman of Genoa City at this point. And then, as if that wasn't enough trauma for one wealthy family, Patty Williams and Markham team up to kidnap Abby and baby Dominic. Ashley Abbott is literally feral right now, having a total primal breakdown, and the entire family is operating on zero sleep and pure adrenaline. The stakes are astronomical. And into this absolute cinematic mayhem steps Traci. Traci, who usually resolves conflicts with a warm cup of tea and a heartfelt monologue, is now playing 4D chess with a certified psychopath. Bestie, be for real right now. I cannot even handle this character development. So, I was mid-skincare and smeared charcoal mask all over the rug when this scene started. Literally had to yeet my phone across the room because the tension was so thick you could cut it with a chainsaw. Traci Abbott sets up a literal video call with Martin Laurent. Yes, Martin Laurent. The psychopath. The man who held Sharon and Phyllis hostage. The evil twin of Alan. Traci just boots up her laptop, checks her lighting, which by the way was giving very moody, dark academia. I am about to negotiate with a terrorist vibes and dials in a serial abuser. I'm literally hyperventilating right now just thinking about it. The sheer nerve. The absolute lack of self-preservation. She has a crystal clear plan, you guys. She wants to lure Martin to Genoa City under the guise of needing his help, and the second his designer shoes hit the pavement, she plans to have the Genoa City Police Department absolutely swarm him. It is a trap. Traci Abbott is setting a honey trap for a psychopath. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. But wait, let me just veer off into a completely random tangent for a second. Did anyone else notice the weird background noise during this call? There was this faint ticking clock sound in the Abbott mansion that was straight up Edgar Allan Poe levels of creepy. It was just tick, 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 while Traci stared down the barrel of her webcam. It was giving major psychological thriller, a 24 masterpiece aesthetic, and don't even get me started on the vibes because it made my skin crawl in the best way possible. Okay, wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. So the video connects, and there is Martin's face. That smug, terrifying, deeply unsettling face. And Traci doesn't even flinch. She is looking at him like he is a bad plot hole in one of her novels. She starts laying the groundwork, trying to manipulate the manipulator, trying to get him to come to GC. But Martin is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with him. Martin doesn't just take the bait. He flips the entire script. He looks at Traci through the screen, probably analyzing her micro-expressions like the absolute creep he is, and drops the biggest, most insane tea of the century. He tells her that he knows exactly where Dr. Lawrence Markham is. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush. Moving on. He says he knows where Markham is because they are friends. I screamed. I literally screamed out loud in the middle of the produce section. Friends? Are you genuinely telling me that psychopaths have a networking group? Is there a LinkedIn for serial kidnappers in Genoa City? Bestie, be for real. The idea that Martin and Markham are just casual besties who swap kidnapping tips over brunch is honestly so unhinged. It makes perfect sense though, right? Because they found Alan Laurent's books in Markham's creepy little padded cell hideout. The connection was there all along, staring us right in the face, and we were too busy panicking over Diane and Jack's messy marriage to connect the dots. And then Martin leans into the camera, and I swear he was looking directly into my soul, and he promises Traci that he will reveal the whole secret. The whole secret. What secret? I am spiraling over these choices. Is the secret that Markham is actually Martin with a surgically altered face, like Patty did with Emily Peterson? Is the secret that they have been orchestrating this entire Abbott family downfall for years? Is the secret something to do with Ashley's time in Paris? I am physically unwell. My grip on reality is slipping because I need to know what this man is hiding. He promises Traci that he will lead everyone straight to the exact location where Markham is hiding out. He says he will hand his friend over on a silver platter. But hold on. Let us dissect this tea with absolute cinematic mayhem. Why would Martin do this? Is he actually going to let himself be punished? Is he going to walk into Genoa City, give up Markham, and then just politely hold out his wrists for the handcuffs? Absolutely not. That is straight up delusional. Martin is playing a game. He is doing everything in his power to keep his twisted sense of credibility. He wants to be the smartest person in the room. He wants Traci to look at him as a savior, a necessary evil. He is doing all of this to stroke his own massive, psychopathic ego. He thinks he is untouchable. He probably thinks he can outsmart the GCPD, which, let's be honest, isn't exactly the hardest thing to do in this town, but still, the arrogance is genuinely staggering. And this brings me to my absolute freakout moment. Is Traci falling into his trap? I am clutching my chest because I am literally too unwell to handle the gravity of these events. Traci thinks she is the one pulling the strings. She thinks her plan to lure him to GC and arrest him is foolproof. But Martin is a predator. He thrives on this exact kind of psychological warfare. What if he already knows it's a trap? What if he is using this video call to trace her location, or hack the Abbott security system, or just psychologically break her down? I am genuinely terrified that Traci is walking straight into a buzzsaw. She is risking everything, her safety, her sanity, her family's lives, just to get a lead on Markham. It is so brave, but it is so reckless. I mean, I literally had to pause the episode and just stare at a blank wall for 10 minutes because the implications are astronomical. If Martin comes to Genoa City, it is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Think about it. Ashley is already on the warpath, ready to scorch the earth to get Abby and Dominic back. Jack is recovering from being stabbed and dealing with Patty's blackmail. Diane is traumatized and paranoid. And now we are going to add Martin Laurent to this powder keg? I'm calling it the villain arc is about to go nuclear, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update because there is no way this ends with a peaceful arrest. Someone is going to get hurt, and I am praying to the soap opera gods that it isn't Traci. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the sheer, unadulterated madness of Martin's psychology here. He is willing to sell out his friend Markham just to get back into Traci's orbit. It's giving obsession. It's giving stalker energy. He knows that Traci is the moral center of the Abbott family, And by corrupting her, by forcing her to make deals with the devil, he is already winning. He is making her play his game on his terms. And Traci, bless her heart, thinks she can outmanipulate a man who literally held women captive in a psychological torture clinic. Bestie, no. You write fiction, he lives it. The disconnect between Traci's noble intentions and Martin's depraved reality is giving me major anxiety. I am sweating. I am genuinely sweating in this grocery store right now. And don't even get me started on the logistics of this secret he is dangling over her head. The whole secret has to be something that completely recontextualizes everything we've seen so far. Could Markham be working for someone else? Could Victor Newman somehow be tied into this Markham alliance? Because let's not forget, Victor is out here using everyone as pawns, and he hates the Abbotts with a burning passion. If Victor is funding Markham, and Martin knows it, that would blow the entire city wide open. Wait, I'm glitching again. My conspiracy theories are taking over. But you have to admit, in Genoa City, all roads usually lead back to Victor's mustache. I just cannot get over the visual of Traci staring down this monster through a webcam. The bravery, the sheer, unhinged courage, but also the absolute foolishness. I want to reach through the screen and shake her. Girl, hang up the Skype call. Call the FBI. Call literally anyone else. But no, she is in her lone wolf era, trying to save her family all by herself. It is tragically beautiful, and I am totally living for it, even while it destroys my nervous system. So basically, we are now entirely dependent on Martin Laurent keeping his word, which is the most terrifying sentence I have ever spoken. He is going to come to Genoa City. He is going to bring the chaos. He is going to lead them to Markham, but I guarantee you, it will be a trap within a trap within a trap. Traci thinks she is the spider, but she is genuinely just the fly caught in Martin's web. I am officially unwell. This situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay. I will be analyzing every single frame of this video call until the next episode drops because my brain is visibly buffering from the sheer audacity of this plot. Pray for Traci, you guys. Pray for the Abbotts. Because the storm isn't just coming, it's already on a video call in their living room.